Hearts and had won their last 4 away matches. Celtic, meanwhile, were looking to stretch their unbeaten run in domestic matches to 25 games. Commentary from Jock Brown.
The big names missing from that Celtic team are Tommy Boyd, who's suspended, and John Collins, who's unfit. Manager Tommy Burns appears determined to retain the shape of the side, so Brian O'Neill wears Boyd's number 2 in central defence, and Brian McLaughlin is the straight replacement for Collins, wide on the left of midfield. The major blow for Hearts is the absence of goalkeeper Gilles Rousset, who failed a fitness test this morning on a hamstring injury. So Craig Nelson comes in after a 20-match absence. Alan Lawrence and John Cahoon continue as the striking partnership, with John Robertson on the bench, and Pasquale Bruno replaces Alan McManus after completing his 2-match suspension. Brian McLaughlin clearly enjoys his manager's confidence, replacing John Collins and keeping international players like Phil O'Donnell and Morten Weghorst on the bench. He scored his first goals for Celtic against Hearts at Tynecastle in September. It's another big game for Italian international Pasquale Bruno, who was ordered off against Aberdeen 3 weeks ago after 18 consecutive matches, which coincided with Hearts' upsurge in form after a slow start to the season. The referee this afternoon, a very experienced official, Mr. Bobby Tate from East Kilbride. Every Celtic match at this stage in the season of the utmost importance as they chase Rangers for the championship. This is certainly no exception, as reflected by a near capacity crowd once again. Tremendous atmosphere inside the stadium. Celtic begin their now familiar pattern of play, passing smoothly from the back through midfield. That one cut off though by Steve Fulton, a former Celtic player. That's for Alan Johnston. Pointing is onside, challenged by Hughes. There's no infringement there. Hearts players looking towards the referee hopefully. Turned away by Alan Lawrence for a Celtic throw, and Celtic's form also reflected by the fact that they last lost a match in domestic competition on the 30th of September. That was against Rangers here. So since then, 24 without defeat, 17 wins, 7 draws. That's why they're in the championship race. Hearts, on the other hand, improving rapidly as the season goes on. Since losing on New Year's Day against Hibs, they've had 8 wins and only 2 defeats. Brian McLaughlin concedes a corner kick, putting the pressure all the way there by Gary Locke, the Hearts captain. So an early opportunity for Hearts to maintain their good recent form. Marshall's in trouble. Headed away by Van Hooijdonk. Well, a moment of alarm there for the Celtic defence. Gordon Marshall's complete misjudgment of that corner kick will of course some concern. Across the middle, Celtic have Donnelly, McStay, Grant and McLaughlin, and Hooijdonk and Tom up front. Good running by Donnelly. That's for McLaughlin. Tackle was by Gary Locke. The free kick's been given. Locke complaining he played the ball. In fairness to him, I think he may have a case here. Well, it did appear to play the ball first. But it is a very good opportunity this for Celtic. Van Hooijdonk, the free kick expert. Not quite the right angle of a right-footed player, but that'll trouble him too much. Discussion with his skipper, Paul McStay. The referee makes the wall retreat, and now it's Van Hooijdonk. Straight off the wall, give off Alan Lawrence. Paul McStay for Celtic! A searing drive from Paul McStay. It's only his second goal of the season, and there was no possible answer to that. Magnificent strike by McStay. Well, he doesn't score too often, but that really was sensational. Well, I'm sure it's just the kind of start which Jim Jeffries, the Hearts manager, was dreading. With Celtic in such good form, getting off to such a bright start was exactly what Hearts are trying to avoid, I'm sure. It's a good turn by Johnston. Grant, Tom, careless one. Big person forward now to Fulton. Good sleight of foot there by Steve Fulton. Back at the stadium where he initially made his name as a young Celtic star, before moving on to Bolton Wanderers and then Falkirk and recently the Hearts. It's a long way out for a direct shot at goal, this. That's Fulton. Very well struck by Fulton. Gordon Marshall made sure in his body behind that. There was no mistake by the keeper here. But this was very well struck by Steve Fulton. Awkward for the keeper. Here's Bruno. One of three central defenders, along with Dave McPherson and Paul Ritchie for Hearts. Gary Locke and Neil Point in the wing backs in these wide positions. Here's Tom. Van Hooijdonk inside, McKinley on the outside. Donnelly and Van Hooijdonk wait inside the area. Van Hooijdonk! 2-0 to Celtic. Another superb move from Celtic. Tosh McKinley looks up, picks out Pierre Van Hooijdonk. That was tailor-made for the big striker. He nods home his 22nd goal of the season. A great build-up, ending with a superb outswinging cross from McKinley. The strength in the air of Van Hooijdonk, too much for Nelson. 2-0 to Celtic, and they really are now in full cry. Van Hooijdonk, the goal-scoring menace again. Here's Cahoon. Impeded there, making for the byline. It's just outside the area. Foul committed by Brian O'Neill. Good opportunity this for Hearts. They will be anxious to get back into the game quickly. Brian O'Neill's foul gives this free kick. Fulton's free kick palmed away there, not too convincingly by Marshall. He's still in some difficulty. Poynton plays that over. He thought there was a deflection off back to Mana. The referee and linesman don't agree. It's a goal kick. Well, Gordon Marshall again will be relieved to see the end of this incident, I'm sure. Did well to block that from Bruno. And Poynton's effort goes over the top. Misunderstanding of McStay and Donnelly. McStay winning it back. Look at the hustling tactics from Celtic. Closing down defenders so rapidly. That's a good tackle again by McNamara. This is Cahoon. Nimble footwork from Donnelly. Van Hooijdonk to McStay. Off goes Donnelly again. Read well by McPherson for Hearts. Well, Hearts going through the mill now, and Tommy Bond's entitled to be very happy indeed with a sizzling start from Celtic. Van Hooijdonk's layoff. Patient build-up play again from Celtic. Overhit by Hughes, turns away in disgust at his own pass. He wasn't at all pleased with that, taking some advice from the dugout there. Poor kick out, giving Celtic the chance to come forward again with Andreas Tom looking there for Van Hooijdonk. The far-flung cross. Striker needs some help here. He's retained possession well, applauded by the Celtic supporters. Celtic begin again. McLaughlin attacking Locke. That's great running by McLaughlin. Another chance on for Celtic. It's Dufant. What an incredible opening. 18 minutes of the first half gone. Celtic lead by 3-0. And Brian McLaughlin's little mazy dribble with this finish. Really, I think Craig Nelson will be very upset about that, so will Neil Poynton, but the cutback looked much more likely here because Simon Donnelly was screaming for the ball inside, but that squeeze past Nelson, Poynton couldn't keep it out. Fourth of his Celtic career for Brian McLaughlin. Lawrence did well against McNamara, but the cover is supplied instantly by Hughes. Now Tom. That's for Grant. Nelson was in trouble, he did just enough there. Bruno nudges the ball away. Van Hooijdonk challenges in the air, his elbow was up, it's a free kick to Hearts. Well, relief there for Craig Nelson. What a return to the first team this is for him. It looked as though Peter Grant might just beat him to that. Cahun. Good play. Johnston breaks. Excellent close control. That's what he's renowned for. He's picked out Poulton. Pointing well forward again on the left-hand side. Recovered well after the stumble. Great chance there for Hearts. Pasquale Bruno right inside the 6-yard box. Wasn't picked up by Celtic. Well, what an excellent chance this was. Fine play by Poynton. This angle cross with the right foot. Look at this space two Hearts players had. Bruno in particular. A reminder there to Celtic. Complacency can easily set in this situation. The bench was badly caught out there. McNamara outnumbered. Simon Donnelly frustrated there. Lawrence to Cahun. That's for Johnston, he's offside. Oh, superb finish once again. The man has got a hat-trick against Rangers at Ibrox. Another excellent finish, although certainly the pressure was off because George Kerr, the linesman there, had the flag up when the pass was delivered. Jeff is anxious to get these players into the dressing room at half-time, I'm sure. There'll be a few words to be said, sternly, I'm sure. McPherson. Poynton. Beautifully driven cross that. Won by O'Neill. Block towards Johnston. Another misunderstanding there. Celtic have the goal kick. The referee Bobby Tate has checked his watch as Gordon Marshall takes the goal kick. That'll tell him, I think, there's a bit of stoppage time to add. We're in that now as McLaughlin breaks. That's for Peter Grant. Cross goes Ritchie. Back it comes to Tom. Good play by Grant. McLaughlin to McStay. Celtic quite content to play the ball back to retain possession. Wait for the moment. McNamara under pressure from Lawrence. O'Neill to McLaughlin. That's McKinley. McLaughlin again, and referee Bobby Tate ends the Hearts' misery by blowing the half-time whistle. A searing start to the match from Celtic, started by Paul McStay's incredible 25-yarder after just 7 minutes, and then 5 minutes later a superb header by Pierre Van Hooijdonk. Ryan McLaughlin got the third in 18 minutes, and Hearts look to be buried. It's been a great first half for Celtic. Celtic 3, Hearts 0. So a major change made by Hearts the second half. John Robertson has come on in attack, starting the match up front with John Cahun. And the player who's gone off is Pasquale Bruno. So Hearts with a very tough task to face in the second half. But for Celtic too, they have the problem of trying to pick up their momentum again after that interval. They were playing so well in the opening spell of the match, and now they have to try to sharpen themselves again in circumstances where they really are entitled to feel the match is won. So it will be a tribute to the management skills of Tommy Barnes to see how Celtic start the second period. Good tackle there by McKinley. O'Neill picks it up. Credit due to Jim Jeffries for being very adventurous with his team selection for the second half. This is Donnelly looking for Van Hooijdonk. He's spinning. And Nelson got across to get a touch. Turning it away for the corner. Menacing figure, Van Hooijdonk, going in and goalkeepers like that. Played forward to him by Donnelly. There was Van Hooijdonk, and Nelson came to turn that to safety. Van Hooijdonk. McNamara on the flank. No chance of getting that past two defenders. Has to settle for a throw. Plenty of movement being offered by the Celtic players for the throw. That's good play by McNamara. McLaughlin's header, the smallest player in the field. Tom turns it back. Mackay gets there of Grant. This is Cahoon. Block to Mackay. Lawrence is onside. A great chance here for Hearts. Liked a bit of conviction there, Lawrence. Had the pace surely to carry on in goal. Chose to shoot from the edge of the area. It was Brian McLaughlin who was the nearest player to him in the end. Backtracking quickly there as Lawrence set himself for the shot. Well, what Hearts have actually done in the second half is they've changed the system. They're going to match up against Celtic. Stumble there by Tom was unfortunate for Celtic. Break for Hearts though. They're going to a flat back four. Hearts with Locke, McPherson, Ritchie and Poynton. Playing Johnston wide on the right and Lawrence coming in from the left with two in the middle. Mackay and Fulton and Cahoon and Robertson up front. So effectively moving to a 4-4-2 formation. Moving to a 4-3-3. Clearance there was by Grant. It goes straight to Fulton. Mackay closed down by O'Neill. Now the counter-attack on, led by Paul McStay for Celtic. Retaining possession brilliantly, going past the offside trap. And Hooijdonk checked back onside. Invited McStay to keep on running. Faulted by McPherson though. Johnson showing too much of that to Grant. And Hooijdonk. Grant. Sharp interpassing by Celtic. An error by Grant. It's Mackay. Lever Robertson. Well, that's fine play by Robertson. An excellent defending by McNamara. Back with Alan Lawrence. Deflection there. Gordon Marshall goes to settle any arguments about corner kicks. Well, some very good attacking play again coming from Hearts. And some excellent defending also by Celtic. But when the ball was fed through here by Gary Mackay, it was picked up by John Robertson. But just look at the quality of this challenge by Jackie McNamara. Mackay and Robertson combining well again. There's Alan Johnston. Van Hooijdonk screening the ball from McPherson. Does that so well. Here's Peter Grant. Van Hooijdonk striding clear. Tom in the middle waiting for this. Donnelly getting there too. Back it comes to Van Hooijdonk. A good save by Nelson. Another splendid Celtic attack. Well, the contribution made by Peter Grant was so important to release that pass for Van Hooijdonk. He tried to pick out Andreas Tom. It was well intercepted, but it gave Van Hooijdonk a shooting chance. Well, Hearts manager Jim Jeffries made a very bold decision to change the system the way he has, bearing in mind the good spell of form his team has enjoyed in recent weeks, and also bearing in mind a very important cup quarter-final coming up on Thursday night against St Johnstone. Formation changed at this stage. He has to make a big decision again for that match, but he's principally concerned to compete and survive here. McLaughlin wants the ball all the time now. Van Hooijdonk with a return. That's McLaughlin again. Andreas Tom turned it over. That was brilliant play from Celtic again. And Brian McLaughlin almost scoring a classic. Well, the exchange of passes with Pierre Van Hooijdonk allowed him to have a shooting chance there, but he deceived them all by checking inside. Nelson was beaten there, and Andreas Tom will believe he should have scored from there. Midfield battle continues. Grant winning that particular joust. Robertson did well. A chance for Cahoon. And Gordon Marshall goes again to make the tackle. But once again, Celtic will expose through the middle. Throw goes to Hearts. Well, good goalkeeping by Gordon Marshall. But look at the space John Cahoon had going through the middle here on Robertson's pass. It was a golden opportunity, and Marshall did well. It back, he's in the clear here, away from Locke. Playing it early for Weghorst, the chance here for Celtic. Well, great play by Brian O'Neill for Celtic. Kind of modern centre-back play, what Celtic are looking for. Breaking so effective in the back to set up the chance here for Morten Weghorst. Cahoon's cross. And Marshall, McKinley got that right. Johnston providing the problem. Here's Tosh McKinley. Donnelly's onside. Looking for Van Hooijdonk. Well claimed by Nelson. That was good goalkeeping. Not much margin for error here as Donnelly looks up to spot the positioning of Van Hooijdonk. A big striker closing in that rapidly, but Nelson did well. Weghorst. McNamara. Was great play by McNamara. The clearance came from McPherson. He's growing in stature every week, Checky McNamara. That's the demonstration of his immense confidence at this stage, going past defenders so well, and the pullback cut off well by McPherson. Cahoon now to Johnston. Good running by Gary Locke. The advantage rule might have been applied there, but referee Tate saw that foul as serious enough to halt the play. There was Johnston. You see Locke going outside. It was a very well judged pass. Certainly a foul by McKinley. Goulton's free kick. Attacked at the far post by John Miller, one of the best headers of the ball in the country from that position. That's easily taken by Marshall. Attempted a dipping volley from Cahoon. Breaking there kindly for Cahoon on the bounce, and Marshall back far enough to take the catch. It's Tosh McKinley and McLaughlin. Good running again by O'Donnell, but he mistimed it. Well, it's normally his great strength that, the way O'Donnell breaks from midfield to support the front. The timing was wrong on the run again. Here goes Robertson. Supported well by Miller. The first touch let him down. The guy has Locke on the outside. In the middle is Robertson. Couldn't have been closer, and once again, totally isolated there. Picked up by no one, and that will alarm Tommy Burns. Mackay spotted him in position there, picked him out brilliantly with this cross. But look at the space Robertson has for that header. Hughes. Here's McPherson under pressure from Donnelly. Weghorst getting back to help McNamara. Misunderstanding there. O'Donnell sorts it out for Celtic. Clumsy challenge by O'Neill, clear foul on Cahoon. Well, Celtic will have to sort out this understanding at the back, because there have been 2 or 3 occasions when there's a found space in the centre of the penalty box. No one near them. Good play by McKinley. Here's McLaughlin. Donnelly wants the ball in the middle. It's a great pass. Oh, it's brilliant play from Celtic. McLaughlin and Donnelly. Well, Tosh McKinley did the good work early on to release Brian McLaughlin. That first-time pass was brilliant. And look at the way Donnelly takes this, checks inside Paul Ritchie and drilled the ball beyond Nelson for his 8th goal of the season. So 4-0 to Celtic, matching the record for the season. And they have still 4 minutes remaining in which to break the record. Fulton. Oh, it's great play by Steve Fulton. Well, that would have been a beauty. Former Celtic player, back at Parkhead. Look at his contribution here, goes for the return. Look at the spin here, turning away. And very good goalkeeping again by Gordon Marshall. Marshall's committed himself for this. Well, he's had a very good match after missing a cross right at the start of the match. He's played very well indeed, and referee Bobby Tate